Hi Josh, this is Jim Gillis with Win My Vote. Thanks so much for the call. So here's a quick little demo of just how the platform works. So I'm already logged in, so I'm just going to go right to my ballots, and this will bring me to the most current, upcoming ballot. So I'm 94116, which is San Francisco, California. So you can see that here. But for this demo, we'll just go backwards a little, and I'll do the most recent presidential ballot. So on this ballot right here, you can see I can go down ballot through the different races down into the state assembly districts, and then the county level races, and then even the board of supervisors, city council type of stuff, and then down into the school board, and again even into BART board and that type of stuff. And when I click on the candidate's profile, I can learn a little bit more about the candidate. So I can get some general information here. I can take kind of a little bit of a deeper dive here on the full bio. I can reference the candidate's Facebook page or Twitter account, and obviously hear directly from them, whether it be videos or text or images. And I can also see the groups and organizations that have endorsed this candidate. So here I can just click on it, and if it's a video, I can watch it.
For the better part of a year, I've been talking about the dangerous and divisive Republican nominee for president. Today, I'm not even going to mention his name.
So this now becomes a platform for the AFL-CIO in this situation, to talk to each one of their members while the member is, has the ballot right in front of them. And I can just favorite the candidate here. When I go back to my ballot, you can see that the nameplate's now turned green, which makes it real easy for me to see, especially if I'm accessing this on my cell phone or a tablet, and I'm sort of done with that race. And also you'll see that the percentage of favorites that are on the Win My Vote ballot. So here the groups and organizations can reach out to their members and say, hey, here's your ballot, here's our endorsements, that type of stuff. And you guys can even see how your members are favoriting candidates. And I can talk with you a little bit more about how you guys can have your own primary ballots and sort of inter-group ballots where you can use it as a survey, where they can narrow it down to 3 candidates that you guys want to endorse, and you can even put it out to a vote. And whatever your members vote, then you make the endorsement, etc. But the nice thing about it is that these up ballot big races and stuff, those are easy to communicate endorsements. When you get down ballot, that's a little bit more difficult, right? Who is the group or organization endorsing in the Board of Supervisors District 7 race? Now it's a little bit more obscure. But as a voter, I can go through here. Again, I can do the same thing. I can watch. I can make all of my favorites, and then I can just move on and not have to worry about the races anymore. We also cover all of the propositions, as well as all the local measures. And so this is a real ballot. So you're in San Francisco, you know how crazy that is. And the way that these work is that I can click on the proposition. I can learn a little bit more about the proposition here, and just see the actual language of it. And then here I can see groups, organizations, and individuals that are supporting the proposition, and groups and organizations that are opposing it. And sorry about that, they all start as neutral there. But here I selected a bunch of groups and organizations just for this demo that I would belong to. The voter selects the groups and organizations that he wants to see, right? So we call them trusted sources. So again, if you have a, let's say if I follow Ethan Behrman and I really like him and follow the way that he votes.
What does temporary mean temporary? Well, it doesn't. In a district board of education, all other states have 2, state level, district level. I say absolutely no. By the way, I have kids in public schools in California. I want the best public schools.
So he says no on it, and I can look at these other examples here, and then I can go over here and I can watch what this group says.
It wasn't that long ago. Years of devastating cutbacks to our schools. 30,000 teachers laid off, class sizes increased, art and music programs cut. We can't ever go back.
Yeah, and then let's say I say, okay, you know what, these guys have convinced me. I follow the California Teachers Association closely. I have friends, family, whatever it may be. So I'm going to vote yes on that. Now when I go back to my ballot, you can see here that it's nice and prominent that it's yes. Again, so if I'm accessing it on my cell phone or tablet. And then I can also see how the proposition is doing. So here, this is 13% are voting yes, 7% are voting no, and there's still 80% of the people that are on Win My Vote on this ballot that have yet to indicate, that are still undecided. They've yet to indicate on this, which gives it's a great information for a group or organization that is, either side, that's supporting it or that it's opposing it, knowing that there's, X number of people that are still undecided. And as a group, I can talk with you about these real numbers, behind the scene. We just display the percentages. And then again, the same thing with local measures here, so that your group and your organization can fill out their ballot and then vote accordingly. There's also lots of other nice handy features, like check your voter registration status, and you can apply to vote by mail or vote absentee. You can find your polling place. You can reference important dates and information moving towards an election, the when and where early voting starts. You can also add this to any one of your online calendars and get reminders. You can print it out. You can share on social media. You can even become a group yourself and do some stuff there. But hopefully that makes sense. And again, the platform is totally free for voters, and it's totally free for groups and organizations. Thanks a lot, and we'd love to talk with you. And we're also creating lots of new features and rolling those out very soon. And most of those are going to be around groups and organizations and some of the things that they can do with their group page. Thanks a lot. Bye.